We're back with a politics fix. We got the Rolling Stones' Matt Taibbi. He's also the author of The Great Derangement. He's joining us right now. There he is. And Margaret Carlson of Bloomberg. You know, it's interesting that the knives are out, lady and gentlemen. Matt, you first. The knives are out in the Republican Party. That's not a good sign. It looks like there's already a woman. Here she is, one of the first national leaders of the Republican Party. Her name is Ada Fisher. She's from North Carolina. She's one of the top national committee members. Her email apparently sends the word out that she wants this guy, quote, "I don't want to hear any more language trying to be cool about the bling in the stimulus package or appealing to D.L. Hughley and blacks in a way that isn't going to win us any votes and makes us frankly appear to many blacks as quite foolish." And here she is, this woman, Ada Fisher. She's a national committee member of the Republican Party calling for the head of Michael Steele. Here she is with Rachel Maddow last night.
We have an 11th commandment, and that commandment says we should not speak ill of other Republicans. Mr. Steele has a right to say what he wants, as does Rush Limbaugh. My concern is we need to focus on our mission and our principles. We need to talk about the fact that this economy is failing, and we need to promote what is the Republican response. We need to talk about the fact that we have health care coming forth from the White House, and the Republicans need to say this is what our response is. Those are the challenges that we face, and the Democrats are doing a good job of getting us off task and off mission.
Well, you know, I've watched the Republican Party, in 1964 come back, they went to the right. In 1980, after losing in 76, they went to the right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But their pattern when they lose, with a pragmatic candidate like McCain or Nixon, is to go to the right. I hear Rush Limbaugh leading them that way. What do you think, Matt? Is that where they're headed?
Well, the Democrats certainly hope so. I mean, Michael Steele has done the Democrats an enormous favor by kowtowing to Rush Limbaugh. The Democrats would like nothing better than to see Rush Limbaugh be the public face of the Republican Party. I mean, people like him are largely responsible for the fact that the Republicans lost the last election. For the first time ever, Republicans lost among married female voters in the last election, and Rush Limbaugh has high negatives.
Why don't people like Rush Limbaugh?
Because he's abrasive, he's divisive, he's a fat pill-popping idiot. I mean, he's completely, abrasive to the centrist people in this country, and the Democrats would love to make him the public face of the Republican Party. He would automatically win them hundreds of thousands of votes at every election.
Well, I'm glad I asked. Fat, pill-popping. What was the final adjective you had on him?
I don't know. Buffoon, idiot, loser, pick your pick.
Well, idiot, I think you chose there. Margaret, do you want to add to this line of thinking here? Well, I'm asking you, why don't people like him in the polling?
I don't think he's as unlikable as he was just described by Matt. To those who like him, they love him. Unlike any other of the talk show hosts, he's beloved. And he's actually more entertaining and intellectual than the other talk show hosts. He has a conservative philosophy. He's not dumb. However, he's got an ardent following that can't reach out to get to the people Matt's talking about, that the Republicans are now going to have to expand to if they want to win. The problem with Michael Steele is that he's been out front more than he's been in the back room trying to get the party organized for 2010. You're supposed to have a public presence, but you're also supposed to do the nuts and bolts, as Howard Dean learned, and which Howard Dean did, by the way.
But what's this say about the party? Matt, I think it says this. There is a struggle over ideology as well. It's not just personalities and communications ability. Rush is a great communicator. He knows how to stir people up. He's a tumbler. I know how he does it. I don't quite know how he does it, but he's damn good at it. But he says go to the right. Keep it simple. No taxes, no government, no nothing. Basically very hard right. Almost libertarian. That's his pitch. Okay? Don't knock the rich. Don't tax them. Leave them alone. They're the gods of our capitalist system. It's all simple. But that is moving to the right. Is that the smart move for the Republicans in this century?
Well, no, obviously not. I mean, they're going to lose all those votes in the middle, and the Republicans really need a charismatic person who can stand up to people like Rush Limbaugh. But Michael Steele did the absolute worst thing. He took a shot at Rush Limbaugh, and then, a week later, he comes crawling on his hands and knees, kowtowing and begging for an apology. I mean, he actually made Rush Limbaugh a much bigger figure in the party than he had been before.
I think the people in the White House are helping him too. We'll be right back with Matt Taibbi and Margaret Carlson. And Matt, you agree with me, which makes me happy. You're watching Hardball, only on MSNBC.